If your pet dog was diagnosed with cancer, could you afford expensive treatments and chemotherapy? For the Rudikoff family, the answer was a difficult no. However, they found the magic bullet and now have the help they need. Please meet my next guests, who are Lily and Yana Rudikoff, who brought with them their 8-year-old Robbie, who is fighting lymphoma. Thank you very much, Lily. Thank you for being here, and Yana.
Thank you.
And Robbie is absolutely adorable. Now, he's 8 years old, and he is what?
He's a Shih Tzu.
A Shih Tzu. He's got a great haircut. And I'm boring him because he's falling asleep right now. So tell me, how did you find out about the Magic Bullet, which is this nonprofit that has extended a helping hand to you?
Well, we were very lucky. When Robbie got diagnosed, we didn't know who to turn to for help. And my older daughter posted an ad on Craigslist. And the woman had responded saying, you know, have you checked out the Magic Bullet Fund? And we are now so grateful that she sent us this email, because we contacted the Magic Bullet Fund. They asked us to fill out an application online, and within 24 hours, you know, they got the wheels rolling, and they talked to our vet and find out what the treatment needed to be, and, you know, what needed to be done and how they can help us, and, you know, qualified us basically within like 2-3 days.
How long ago was Robbie diagnosed with lymphoma?
He was diagnosed in October.
October of 2010.
Right.
And were there signs? I mean, Lily, let me ask you, I'm sure that you play with him. Did you know that he was not feeling well?
Well, he wasn't really playing with his toys anymore. He was just laying around instead of like greeting us at the door. So he was like lifeless. He just kind of...
So he just wasn't quite himself?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you find out that something might be wrong?
Well, we take him to the groomers every week, and the groomer said, did you notice the lumps in his throat? And we don't usually pet him like that. So I said, no, I didn't, and we took him to the vet, and the vet did a test, and they said, well, you know, we hate to tell you this, but your dog has lymphoma. And we were like, what's lymphoma? And they explained to us, you know, what's involved, and right away they suggested all these tests and chemotherapy and, you know, all these expenses, and we were like, oh my God, we want to help Robbie, of course, but it was just so expensive, you know, even to try to test what kind of lymphoma and how severe it is and how long he has and so on. And it was just very complicated. Just the whole process, it was a little bit overwhelming.
Right. And so were you prepared to say, you know, we'll just make him as comfortable as possible if you couldn't afford the treatment?
Well, we asked the vet, and it was kind of interesting because they don't really go that route. You know, they are, well, you need to do this, you need to do this, and it was a little bit embarrassing. I was like, well, I can't afford all of this. You know, what can we do? And they didn't really give me any options, which was kind of scary.
Right.
Because I felt like, you know, do I have to sell my child now? What do I have to do to be able
raise the money?
To raise the money to afford this.
Well, I was just going to show this real quickly. Help Your Dog Fight Cancer. This is a book by Lori Kaplan. Lori is the woman behind Magic Bullet. Her dog, by the name of Bullet, is... And what is it that she is providing for you to help Robbie? Well,
they are basically... agreed to pay more than half of his chemotherapy bill, basically half of his treatment, and they're doing that by fundraising, and it's really awesome because they have all these suggestions as to how to fundraise even for us. You know, there's just a lot of support that they provide, and besides that, I found Lori so helpful to even talk to us and explain things to us. I found her even sometimes more helpful than the vet. Because, you know, if there's side effects or things happen after his treatment, I will call Lori up and she'll say, well, try this and try this. And
because she's gone through this.
She's gone through it, and they're just very knowledgeable.
And the Magic Bullet has already funded 100 and how many, do you know?
You know, I want to say, I think about 137 dogs that the Magic Bullet
in the last
fund,
several years.
In the last 5 years.
And it is specifically to help canines who have cancer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
So she's providing the funds to help you go through the hump and your treatment. Right. And let me ask you how he's doing in his treatment. How long has he been in treatment?
He's been in treatment for 4 weeks.
4 weeks. And how long is the treatment?
The treatment is for 6 months.
6 months. So he just went through his first month.
first month, right, so we go in once a week and he gets his injections
Mm-hmm.
of the chemotherapy. And, you know, there's been ups and downs. You know, the first day or two after the injection,
Right.
he's not doing so great.
So he's feeling a little tired right now, but he's absolutely adorable. He's just kind of falling asleep here, which means I think he's comfortable, right? He's comfortable, so he's not bored.
You know, even after a month, you know, we see such a different dog in him. You know, he's playing with his toys again, and he's happy when we come home, and he greets us, and he is just, you know, we love him very much.
I'm sure that, Lily, you're very happy to have your dog back.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some information. If you need financial assistance for a family pet, you may contact the Magic Bullet. They have a P.O. Box number, P.O. Box 2574 in Briarcliff, New York, and you can call them at 914-941-0159. And their website is themagicbulletfund.org. And all that information will be up on our own website at KTVU.com. Click on community, or KTVU.com/community, I should say. Click onto the Bay Area People page, and don't forget to join us on Facebook. But we have run out of time, so thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again next week right here on Bay Area People. Until then, I'm Rosa Chu. Have a terrific weekend. Bye-bye.